I don't think you guys are ready to see this. Oh. Don't mind the mess on the shelves. We've got some packages in. And there's 2 of them. That might mean something. Let's open them up and check it out. Oh, what's that? Is that a turbo? Ooh. So there's 1 turbo. And this should be my exhaust manifold. So let's check these both out. So I still have not said who's making the turbos for me. And there's been a lot of guesses. Oh, I'm so excited for this moment. These are the biggest stock frame turbos that can be made. It is probably the most efficient set of stock frame turbos that a show has ever seen. These are more efficient than the ATP turbos. These are more efficient than the Gen 3 gearhead turbos that I had on the car before. That was way more than enough to rod the stock motor. So these right here, let's just take a look real quick. Giant turbine wheel. Giant. And you can't really see. I'll take off this compressor housing here in a minute. But that's a big wheel. Oh, I just wanna touch it. It's so nice. I have to be super careful taking off this compressor housing as to not damage anything. But I'm also going to take off the turbine housings and have these sent off with the exhaust manifolds to be ceramic coated. So I was instructed to be extremely careful. So I've got a baby wrench. I'm going to take off these bolts. I've still got that crappy billet wheel replacement that I did on the original turbos that is stock compressor wheel size. And we're going to do a little bit of a size comparison here. So all of the bolts are out. Let's take a look at this puppy. Very careful. Oh yeah. That is a compressor wheel. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to grab the other compressor wheel real quick because that looks a little bit tiny. But once you guys see what the stock size is like, you're going to think that's awesome. So this here is my CR stock replacement, I don't know how would you call it, turbine wheel. Basically this fits in the OEM housing. And I like that CR makes products that are really good. Unfortunately, this is not one of them. I will never recommend these to anybody because their claims are pretty unfounded. They said that these would run like 4 to 8 pounds more on their listing, and they definitely don't. However, they make some new upgraded turbos that I believe are performing better than these were, but these were an absolute waste of money and time. But because it's the stock compressor wheel size, let's put it up against this one. Oh my gosh. That is insane. So this is stock size, and this is a little bit bigger. Oh my gosh. That is insane. So I figure after all this time, and I've got your attention now, I should say who these are made by, and it's pretty obvious if you followed the channel before. I am a fan of Gearhead products. I ran their Gen 3 turbos on my car and unfortunately rotted the motor on those Gen 3 turbos because that was enough power to destroy the stock motor. However, because we're going built motor, This is the way to go. These are the Gen 3R turbos. It is still a turbo built off of a stock turbo. However, this is the most efficient, most effective hybrid turbo that has been made for the platform off of these. There has been a few guys who have gone to other aftermarket turbos, big single. There is a build happening now that will have enough turbo for over 1,000 horsepower. That's Mike Kraus. Super interesting build if you guys are looking into seeing a huge horsepower goal kind of happen. Check out his build. However, I'm going kind of mild. I'm going 600 all-wheel horsepower plus. So I don't know where that'll take us as far as an end game goal, but I don't really plan on going much more than maybe 650. Which will be absolutely plenty for the transmission, which I don't think will hold that much power, but we'll see. So this is going to power us into the 10s. I think it'll either be 10s or something else is broken, but these turbos are astronomically huge compared to stock size, and it's going to be interesting. So we're going to take off the turbine housings, and let's open this up real quick and see what's going on here. I guess I should say first off, these have been port matched. So by port matched, I'm going to be very careful of that compressor wheel. By port matched, it just means that the housings have been modified slightly. Let me see if I can turn on the camera here, or the flash. Turn that on. So basically, the housings have been slightly clearanced so that the flow is optimal. And I'm going to pop this open real quick. So while my build is getting kind of crazy, I will say that I am not optimizing everything to its absolute fullest. So these are just being port matched. However, so here is my stock 13 plus exhaust manifold, and it has also been port matched. So this will bolt to the turbine housing and flow optimally. There isn't going to be weird transition or anything of that sort. And then let's look here. This has been matched also to the head, and that'll be a nice transition. So Andrew Bullock, who just broke the Show EcoBoost platform record, congratulations to him. His are completely ported the entire length. I'm not doing that. I think that this should flow pretty well. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all, and I think it's going to give us some good results. So I'm going to put the turbine housing back on here real quick, but let's get one little last look, a little bit of comparison. I need to stop and take some pictures of a little bit of a size comparison for the gram, you know. But I think that's going to be insane. But I'm deathly afraid of hurting this in any way, shape, or form, because with turbos there's very tight tolerances, and last thing I want to do is damage any of these fins in any way, shape, or form like I did on these. But that was some sort of foreign object it ate. But if I was able to go 1108 with these, just imagine what I'm going to be able to do with this. Like I said, the Gen 3 turbos that were on the car were enough to rod that motor, and that's why it's back in that crate back there. Don't mind the kitty litter. The kitty litter is not only for the cats, it's also for, you know, like my oil leaks and lack of engine, trans fluid everywhere. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. But anyways, oh man, I'm just so excited. And there's another one in there. We got two of these. Actually, I was thinking today, it was kind of funny that there has been 8 different turbos, 4 sets of 2 on this car at this point. So I've got a little bit of a track record with turbos. But this is another giant piece of the puzzle. And I'm going to stop here and get some pictures real quick, and we'll get back to it. I just want to touch it. Ugh. So thanks so much to Gearhead for hooking me up on these turbos. If you guys are in the market and looking to upgrade from the OEM size turbos, give them a shout. The Gen 3 turbos are more than enough for the stock motor to rod itself. So if you guys want a stock responding turbo and still being able to make a ton of power on the stock motor, the Gen 3 is for you. If you are going built motor like I am, Gen 3R. These are actually built on a non-OEM turbo, and it saves a couple bucks and it works just as well. So if you guys don't have cores and you want to save some pennies, ask them about using non-OEM turbos. Either way works perfect. Like I said, I went with the non-OEM turbos. You can tell because there's no writing on the turbo right here, but it works just the same. So thanks so much to Gearhead. They make the only bolt-in OEM fitment intercooler for the platform. They make turbos, they do tuning, they do all sorts of stuff. I love their products. I know I sound like a selling out, but I paid for these things. I paid for my Gearhead intercooler, and I love both of them. And the Gen 3 turbos definitely surprised the heck out of me. I ran an 11.3 on the street with them not even close to maxed out. And unfortunately, my motor didn't exactly like it in the end. That's why it's over there, and that's why I'm building the motor. And I ended up upgrading a little bit. So super excited for this. Thanks for joining me today, and congratulations again to Andrew. I'm stuttering here a little bit because it's late and I'm tired, but super happy about this. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.